An interesting game. Hartlepool, of course, will be striving to climb the table and look for promotion this year. Weymouth, they just want to get away from the drop zone. Two poor performances back to back, as Hartlepool now trying to come forward with Johnson. Johnson plays it forward, looking for the run of the Hartlepool striker, but it's cleared and Featherstone picks up in midfield, works it out towards the right hand side. Sterry looking for the runner towards the end, and now that's really good work to get in there by Armstrong, and Weymouth struggling to clear their lines. It was saved at the near post. Armstrong gets right across at the near post there and pokes it goalwards. Ethan Ross stands strong. Teams and people reluctant to spend their money, but everybody that has paid, we fully appreciate, and we hope to give you the best service possible this afternoon as Featherstone prepares to take this free kick for Hartlepool in towards the penalty spot. It's over everybody. Johnson tries to keep it alive. It's poked goalwards. Ethan Ross has to stand strong as he's challenged by Armstrong. The offside flag went up anyway. Featherstone again places the ball in the quadrant. Just Dallas staying forward for Weymouth. He's being marshalled by Udesina. The ball goes in again, in towards the near post. Ross can't get to it. It was flicked on by Armstrong at the near post. Weymouth stab it clear. Picked up by Sterry. Worked out towards the right hand side. It's a good ball in, and it is a good header, and Ethan Ross makes a fantastic double save. What a second save that is for Ethan Ross. It comes back out, pressure not over, shot from distance, that's going to go wide, but what a save from Ethan Ross. The first one was good from the header that came in, but while he was on the ground it was lifted over him, and he readjusted his body, stuck his arm out, and it was an instinctive but important save to make, and it keeps the score at 0-0. Good work from Hartlepool though, as they are starting to assert a little bit of dominance in this game, and Weymouth just need to resettle and refine their focus. Still 0-0. Their side of the field in terms of possession, in towards Dallas this one. Dallas wins the first header, but he's fouled in the process by Jansen, who paid a little bit too much close attention to the Weymouth new signing, and Weymouth now have a free kick in a very good area which Sean Shields is already lining up. Ollie Harfield's gone across to offer a left-footed option. Just re-soaked stays forward for Hartlepool, and Garlow and Revan are currently mentoring him or monitoring him in the centre circle. Shields and Harfield around this free kick. Hartlepool's line is quite high towards the edge of the box. It's a little bit on the ragged side. Harfield runs over the ball. Shields delivers onto the head of McCarthy, just over the bar. Good delivery, good header, and that's unlucky. That's unlucky from Weymouth. Jake McCarthy manages to get in. He got his header on goal just over the bar. And Sterry comes short and picks it up midway inside the Weymouth half. He's going to have to go back to Cass. Away from McCarthy, and it gets the ball back, and he finds Oates at the edge of the box. Oates creates half a yard for himself, and a hard low shot from the left foot. It's on target, but it should be nice and easy for Ethan Ross as he gets his ball, hands down to the ball, and just uses his body to protect it from slipping through. And it's Harfield left-footed and forward, aimless. No Weymouth player moving forward. Udesina just tidies up with his goalkeeper Killip. And Johnson has the ball again down this left-hand side. He decides not to release the ball there as Sean Shields put him under pressure, and just for a second it looks as if Sean Shields was going to come away with the ball, and then he's blocked the clearance from Johnson, and Dallas giving chase, and now he's gone down under the pressure of Udesina, and now the referee's got a decision to make. Was he going to bear down on goal? It looked, he was the last defender, and he looked like he was going to cut in. The yellow card is in the referee's hands, and Udesina there, I think, can count himself somewhat fortunate. Whether or not he was a foul in the first place is up for debate, but the fact that the foul was given and he was going to bear down on goal, Dallas, as he got the better of the two defenders, indicates that is that not a straight red card? Not according to the referee, and that's all that matters. Weymouth have a free kick at the corner of the penalty area. You hate to see players sent off. It's something you really don't want to see, but if you're following the letter of the law, is that a red card? That is the question. Not one that I can answer. The man who it counts is Matthew Russell, and he says yellow card for Udesina. Weymouth's free kick. Shields and Harfield around it as always. 5.5 minutes left at the end of the half. Shields is the one throwing the signal up. Nobody left forward for Hartlepool United. Shields runs over it. It's going to be the left foot of Harfield, and it is, and it's in the back of the net. It's Josh McCoy. He scores again at the Bob Lucas Stadium. Weymouth take the lead. Sean Shields ran over the free kick. Ollie Harfield delivered it left-footed in towards the penalty area. Josh McCoy rose above everybody else with his header, put it in the top corner, and now here's a turn-up for the books. Weymouth lead Hartlepool. It's 1-0. Odesina, the man who gave away that free kick that led to the Weymouth goal, finds Shelton. He works it out towards Cass, who's got some joy on the right-hand side. That's a really, really good ball in. And the header from Ferguson, he just misjudged the flight of the ball. It just went over his head. If he takes a step back, he gets a free header into the back of the net. But as it happens, he tried to go forward to attack the ball. It goes over his head, and Weymouth survived with a goal throw-in, rather. Goes one way, then the other. Luque weak in the challenge as it comes out to Oates again on the right hand side. Harfield standing up, it hits the back of Ollie Harfield. Hartlepool still coming. Shelton puts it back into the path of Oates. Oates across into the box. Sterry gets there but he can't control it. Ungalo brings it out. Kept alive by Featherstone. Comes to Shelton. Shelton goes one way and the other. Harfield has to stay on his feet. McCarthy gets a touch in. Can't prevent the corner. And Hartlepool asking questions again of the Weymouth back line. Corner to the Pools. Featherstone's not going to take this one. It looks as if Ferguson's come across to deliver it from the right hand side. Can't beat the first man at the near post though, so it's headed clear by Harfield. Back to Ferguson, he stands it back up, header one, strike at the edge of the box, overhead volley into the side netting. Featherstone picks it up in midfield, finds Johnson. Johnson trying to escape the attentions of Dallas, and he does really well to feed the ball down the left hand side. Revan goes across to meet him, and Revan gets there and the ball hits the corner flag and stays in play. That's unlucky for Hartlepool. They thought they'd done enough to win a corner there, but a bit of luck for Weymouth. Keeps the ball in play. Here come Hartlepool again though, in the middle of the field with Holohan. Holohan gets a little... Still forward, plays it in towards Oates. Oates escapes in the penalty area, gets a shot across the face of goal, and Ethan Ross was confident. He let it drop and wide of the post, but more signs of intent from Hartlepool as they try to get back into this game. Some good football and a little bit of luck, but they... Harfield in towards Luque, but Luque's not going to win that header. He's not had a great deal of joy so far, Luque. As the substitute Williams moves it forward, McCoy picks it up and he looks for the run of McCarthy. Cass stands up very strong though. Good defending by Lewis Cass. And now he launches forward for Hartlepool. There's a battle going on, and Revan does so well to get in there ahead of the Hartlepool United substitute. There's Bloomfield that gone across doing the battle over there. He did a... Here comes the number 23 Sterry. Had nowhere to go, so he's worked the ball out towards Ferguson on the left hand side. Ferguson's going to deliver it early into the penalty area. It's above everybody though. Nobody told Harfield he had space. It's gone out towards the other side, and the substitute Bloomfield gets a header in, and that's a fantastic save from Ethan Ross, his third great save of the day. Just manages to watch it. It was headed into the ground by the substitute, and Ethan Ross gets across to his left hand side, gets a paw to the ball and puts it out for a Hartlepool United corner. Again, Ferguson's come across from the left hand side to take this corner. Featherstone around him for the short option. This one's going to go into the box though, and it does, in towards the near post. And there's a head on the ball, and it's just over the crossbar. It was a really good run. Nobody had tracked the run there into the edge of the 6-yard box, and as he gets his head to the ball, he just leans back at that vital moment. Armstrong tries to flick it on, but he does get past Brooks, and then a leg dangled by McCarthy. He's arguing that Armstrong lowered his head, but you cannot swing your leg above knee height without getting penalised. And Hartlepool now have a good opportunity to put the ball into the Weymouth penalty area. Andy Dallas has stayed forward for Weymouth, just keep and Sterry ahead of him, marshalling. High line from Weymouth at the edge of the penalty area. Two Hartlepool players around this kick. And it's delivered in towards the penalty spot, off the head of the substitute, and it's taken a nick on the way through, and that's going to go away for another corner to Hartlepool. It bounces off the head. It was Bloomfield who attacked it at the near post. He did get his head to the ball, but it just takes a deflection and drifts wide of the post. Hartlepool now asking questions of Weymouth. As up to this point, Weymouth have stood strong. And here it goes again in towards the penalty spot. This time Ross gets up with a punch and Cam Murray is then lower his head slightly. He's not the biggest of men in the world, and that's a straight red card. And that, I've got to say, I have to say it, looked harsh. Molyneux went and travelled with Cameron Murray. He goes and challenges the substitute. He loses his bearings. He hires his foot. Cameron Murray goes down. It was a reckless challenge. It was a high challenge. But was it a red card? I'm not so sure. The referee, though, is. And Hartlepool now a goal down and a man down at the Bob Lucas Stadium. The substitute Molyneux is sent off. Cass has the throw in down the right hand side for Hartlepool. Into Armstrong. Armstrong tries to put it back in towards the path of Sterry. Andy Robinson was tugged off the ball, but the referee says nothing doing. Cass plays it infield to Holohan. Holohan then is fouled by Cameron Murray. Cameron Murray's going to go in the book. That was a bit impetuous. Unnecessary there from Cam Murray, and he is in the book as well. So Cam Murray in the 79th minute goes into the book. Weymouth have a free kick to defend. Ferguson is around this. It looks as if the referee's not happy with the placement of this free kick, so there's a bit of confusion. Sterry's in and around this. Williams is there as well, the number 18. He's just coming back to the kick now. Ferguson's there. The captain Featherstone making a march towards the edge of the D. Weymouth holding their line at the edge of the penalty area. Cameron Murray's pointing something out, but there's a lot of confusion in the Weymouth back line at the moment. Cameron Murray eventually is going to drop back in to pick up Featherstone, who's drifted into the D. Still the three Hartlepool players around this kick. And it is going to be the substitute, and he has the strike and he goes for the near post, but it's easy for Ethan Ross as he just steps across and he wins the... and he takes the ball down from the substitute Williams free kick into the box. It bounces off the back of McCarthy. McCarthy has a little nibble. The referee's not seen it. Play on, and then it's given straight to Dallas, and Dallas is one. And he uses his pace to go one side of him. He's trying to create half a yard for a shot. He sits him down. He gets back in. The keeper makes a terrific save. No question of a penalty there, and then the ball bounces off Sean Shields and into the hands of Killip, and Killip has just kept Hartlepool in this game for a little longer as he launches the ball forward. Revan underneath it with Bloomfield using his strength, lays it off to Sterry. Sterry with a strike, bounces off of Revan. It's going to come still to Ferguson. First time out towards the right hand side, picked up by Holohan. Holohan drills it across the box. Revan was ideally placed and he launches the ball out of play, and it's going to be a throw in as Weymouth have got 3.5 minutes to try and hold on to this 1-0 lead at the end of added on time. Sterry goes to retrieve the ball himself. We are in the final minute of the game. Can Hartlepool find an equaliser? Sterry, long in the penalty area, hits ahead, and there's a strike going in. It's a great save, a reflex save, a block I think in the end, but it manages to just about stay out. Hartlepool still coming. 40 seconds for Weymouth to hold on. Sterry with another throw-in that's causing some problems. Bloomfield trying to get the flick on. It falls to the edge of the box and they get the strike through Holohan, and Ethan Ross watches it into his hands, falls down on the ball and is just going to take his time to release it. Weymouth have a roundabout seconds just to hold on, and it will be their first 3 points in the league since Stockport on Halloween last year. If they can see the last few seconds of this game out. Up towards Dallas. Dallas fouls Ferguson. It's going to come back down Weymouth's throats. Hartlepool want to get on with it. By my watch, the 5 added on minutes are up. By my watch. Dallas having to go away. Killip's going to launch long. Hartlepool, are they going to get one more chance? They're not going to get one more chance. Weymouth have gone away with their first 3 points since Halloween, and it was a Josh McCoy goal from an Ollie Harfield free kick right at the end of the first half, which sealed the points. A red card for the for Molyneux, the substitute for Hartlepool United added to their woes, but it was Hartlepool who were making all the run in towards the back end of the second half and were somewhat unfortunate not to find an equaliser. But Weymouth won't care, Brian Stock won't care, and the league now is looking just slightly healthier for Weymouth, but not by much. There's still work to do. Full time at the Bob Lucas Stadium. Weymouth 1, Hartlepool United 0.